Alrighty, welcome back. We are on part 2 of 9.1. Make sure that you've watched part 1. So this is just kind of your introduction to statistics, and my slides just weren't loading, and I didn't save them from the other years or make them, and so we're just using the online stuff that Big Ideas has. You have this dynamic classroom. If you ever want to go and look through it, you can yourself. I believe you have access to it on your Big Ideas. So we left off on example 2, and we had just gone through all of the answers. So I believe we're going on to then an on your own. Again, this is going to be like an extra example. Video recording will not come through. So we are just going to go on to the on your own part 2 here. So I want you to take the time. I mean, we're already going to start and pause this video. But go ahead and try and answer these questions about this problem here. So it says that you are given a dot plot. So a dot plot shows the times of 6th grade students in a 100-meter race. So you're racing. You want to figure out how many students ran the race. How can you collect the data? So how did you collect the data? Maybe this is, how would someone collect this kind of data, and what's kind of a statistical question you could have answered for this question. Once you have that, come on back and we will go through the answers. Make sure you are still listening for your code word. Code word for this lesson is spoon. Okay, I was just drinking tea and there was a spoon. All right, so go ahead, pause the video. We will come back and we'll go through these answers. All right, welcome back. So going through here, you want to know how many students ran the race. So you're counting up the amount of dots. Oh, there we go. So when you count up all the dots, you're going to get 20 dots. So that means that you had measured 20 different students. Question number B says, how can you collect these data? So what are some ways that you would have collected things like this? You could have timed the students using stopwatches. Okay, so you're measuring in seconds, maybe tenths of seconds, especially because it's just a 10-meter race. So I wouldn't assume these are minutes because that would be a little too slow. Then your statistical question you could have come up with, so they have a sample answer here, is how long does it take a 6th grade student to run 100 meters? Or you could say, how long does the average 6th grade student take to run 100 meters? So being specific on the fact that it's a 100-meter race as well as 6th grade, and then being able to answer this. So when you take a look at your data, more than likely you're going to go with the answer that has the peak or the highest amount of numbers. When we get into talking about your statistical measures in these next few units, that's going to be your mode. Your mode is the most frequent, okay? So I always kind of think most mode, M-O-M-O. So the most frequent one looks to be 13.8. So I would say it takes most 6th graders about 19.8 seconds to run a 100 meters as we go through. Okay. Again, if you need to pause this video, feel free to as we go along. I don't know if there's much else at the end of here. I'm trying to figure out how I can write you our homework. Oh, we're not going to do mini assignment. I'm not going to do that. Don't worry about this. So your homework, you just need to listen for your homework here. So Big Ideas, again, you should be seeing there's quite a few different assignments up there. We are pumping up the speed here. And so once you're done watching this, I want you to go right over to Big Ideas Math. Make sure that you're getting lesson 9.1 done. That one should be pretty quick and easy. Just making sure you understand setting up dot plots and setting up those statistical measures, okay? So then when you come back, I will see you for the next lesson, which is 9.2, okay? So all of these lessons will be uploaded here on the 27th. So they are going to be due that Sunday, so the 3rd of May. So make sure that whenever Big Ideas assignments are being assigned, that you are turning them in that the week that I assign them, okay? After a couple weeks or once we move on to the next unit, I'm closing them off. You no longer have the chance to do them. If you got a 0, you got a 0, okay? And as most of you could see from your progress reports recently, those scores do highly affect your grade if you're not turning them in, because I bumped up the scores on them. So they're now worth 5 points for every assignment, and you can see specifically which ones you are missing. Okay. As always, let me know if you've got any questions. Feel free to email me, text me, check me on Zoom. You will need to have your code word for this lesson if you need have any questions. But as always, I'm always here for you. Let me know if you need anything. It can be absolutely anything. I miss you all, and I hope you have a wonderful day. See you tomorrow.